Welcome along to the Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games, day 7 of competition, and the ski resort of Cortina d'Ampezzo in the Italian Dolomites in northern Italy. The Pearl of the Dolomites plays host to the Para Alpine Skiing program with the legendary Olympia della Tofana course, the stage for the best para skiers. It's Para Alpine Giant Slalom Day for the men. 3 gold medals to be awarded across 3 sport classes: vision impaired, standing and sitting. Difficult conditions for the athletes today. It is a warm day, but visualization absolutely key. No training run. They have inspection before the first run and a different pattern of gates in run 2. 2 times combined together to give us our medalists. The start order for the second run is the reverse of the finishing order from run 1. As we see the fantastic view of the mountains, a little breezy, the snow being brushed off the top there. But here are the weather conditions. Air temperature at the top, just under freezing, 1.9. But if we go to the bottom, you will see that we are already above freezing, and it is early in the morning. So as we progress through the day, we are going to get some pretty tricky conditions further down the track, with the whole course being below the freezing point on the mountain. Tough day ahead for the racers.
Racers are used to varying conditions as alpine ski races, but here at the Paralympics it will be particularly difficult. The warm weather does mean the snow condition will be soft, and with a high number of races for the giant slalom, conditions will deteriorate throughout the day.
Quite similar to the world champs in Maribor last season, when it was very warm, so warm in fact they had to cancel the speed events. Men's giant slalom, vision impaired, run 1 is due off very shortly. And a quick look at the start list. And we have 19 racers from 13 national Paralympic committees racing here. Aigner is the Paralympic champion. Bertagnoli gets us underway. He is the current world champion. As I said, Aigner, who you see there at 6, he is the Paralympic champion, also the best on the World Cup this year, winning all but 1 giant slalom. Quite a few racers taking part here today that we haven't seen in the competition because they focus on the technical disciplines rather than the speed disciplines. So a few more racers for us to have a look at. Here's the course profile for the first run, set by one of the Austrian coaches, Manfred Wiedauer. The races start at 1950. Key gates coming in Scarpadon and also in Romerlo, but you can see there 45 gates set, 43 turning gates, so that means there are a couple of double gates, so 2 gates on 1 ski to help racers get their line back if required. That's the entry into Romerlo as we cut to the Canadian fans that will be hoping to call home Kalle Eriksson in this vision impaired race. Another great atmosphere at the bottom, isn't it?
The fans have been incredible throughout these Paralympic Games.
The supporters for Fred Warburton, known as the Fred Heads, and there are plenty of... we haven't seen these people before, have we, in their French jumpsuits? Oscar Burnham. He will go later on. Oh, he's actually in this in the standing race. He is going to be 4th away or 5th away in the standing race. And the great thing is there's a great wall of noise that greets every racer. It doesn't matter which nationality, everybody is welcoming home all the races, and it's a fantastic atmosphere, both for the fans, but more importantly for the racers.
Incredible for everybody. Great to see so many fans out there supporting every one of the racers coming down that mountain.
How would you feel about having a big face in the finish area. How do you? I mean, that has to be. They have to only be Europeans because you wouldn't be able to transport it around the world. That said, the Australians have brought Bruce the emu, which is what 1.72 meters. So that in itself is a good.
Where there is a will,
effort.
there is a way. Oversized baggage. It's no sporting equipment, just large animals.
Excuse me, madam. What's in your baggage? Just a large face.
Imagine if the security were checking the large baggage and they opened it up and saw a big emu head. A little bit of a surprise.
Be interesting.
Or a large person's head,
yes.
for that
matter. Too good. But Jules Sieger's family and friends in the audience, the French have got a really strong case in the standing race. And they'll pause in proceedings because there's obviously some coursework going on, very soft conditions. And we've had some cloud cover, haven't we, in the last day or so. And it's sort of a double-edged sword because during the day it doesn't get quite so cold, so the piece doesn't melt so quickly. But at night, of course, it doesn't freeze, which is what the course workers and the racers require.
The course workers have done an incredible job to ensure the race piste is in as good as condition as possible for our athletes.
Well, it looks as if the delay isn't going to be too long. We don't have a time as to how long the delay is. It has come up on our screen. Well, there's the answer. We're away in about 30 seconds. We look back up the track and you can see how it sort of cambers skiers right to skiers left as they come down this pattern of gates set by the Austrian coach Manfred Wiedauer. Giacomo Bertagnoli and his guide Andrea Ravelli get the men's giant slalom vision impaired underway, and an opportunity for us to have a look at this set of gates set by the Austrian coach. But Bertagnoli has been in fine form in these Paralympic Winter Games. He's slowly, well, not slowly, he's very quickly got better. He's gone bronze, silver, gold.
Incredible performances at the home Paralympic Winter Games. The pairing will be looking to try and take another gold in the giant slalom.
And actually going first could be a huge advantage today because there are going to be no ruts at all on the track.
They have the best conditions of anybody in today's giant slalom.
Luck of the draw goes the way of the home athlete Giacomo Bertagnoli as he comes for the line, has to get hard on that right ski to make the control gate. 1:02.76 the time to beat.
Next up, Great Britain, Neil Simpson, guided by Rob Poff.
Neil Simpson of Great Britain and his guide Rob Poff are second out the gate. Simpson 2/4 in the speed events of downhill and Super G, with a silver coming in the Alpine combined, and potentially the guide just getting a little far in front. 32.89 the next split time, and Simpson has the green light, 1400ths of a second.
Oh no!
Gets his weight all wrong, coming over the roller. And Neil Simpson of Great Britain is a DNF. Huge disappointment. We said there are key turns on the rollers, and this is one of them.
It's so simple to do. You get the change of direction incorrect coming off that blind roller, and you do not find yourself set up for the gates following.
Marek Kubacha of Slovakia and his guide Maria Zatovikova. Next to go. Now, Marek Kubacha, an AS1. So he is skiing with totally blacked out goggles.
Incredibly difficult skill set, particularly when the conditions are as variable as this. Athletes with vision impairment or blindness generally feel the snow through their feet because their eyes may not allow them to do that. And so when you've got changing snow conditions underfoot, there's a lot of feedback coming back whilst also listening for the feedback from the guide. It's incredibly complex and they're doing a great job.
And another who will actually benefit from being the third down because it won't be too rutted for him, because, as we mentioned, just has no idea of what's coming.
That's right.
So has to be very quick and gentle with his feet and legs.
The trust required towards the guide and the information the guide is providing is unlike many other working relationships in elite sport.
He's just getting a bit quick. Ivacha has done really well. Oh, he's absolutely motoring here. Great guiding and awareness of her skier behind her from Satovica. Oh, no, they don't want to be chewing just yet because he's got it here all the way down. Wait till he's over the line. And Kubacha down. That is a superb ski from him and his guide, Satovikova. There were some brilliant moments in there where he pulled it back. Michael Golas of Poland, the next to challenge with his guide Kasper Walas. Now Golas didn't race in the downhill, was 6th in Super G, 5th in the Alpine combined, and the 21-year-old at his first Paralympic Winter Games has set off really nicely, 11 hundredths the right side of the clock.
Finishing 3rd in the World Cup standings in giant slalom. Pulled out a cracker of a slalom run in the Alpine combined. This duo, great technical skiers.
Oh, another one who gets very tight on that red gate. His sister Olivia racing in the women's VI class.
That line area costing them in time. Let's see if they can make it up on the bottom section of the course.
Golas, 104.3, slides into second. Good run. Couple of mistakes that have cost them. They're in the mix.
Next up, Ericsson for Canada with guide Sierra Smith.
Kalle Eriksson of Canada and his guide Sierra Smith next out on track. Couple of medals already for Eriksson, who has been the surprise of these Paralympic Winter Games in the men's VI class. Silver in the downhill, bronze in the Super G, and a 4th place finish in the Alpine combined. And at the split, they are 8 hundredths the right side of the clock.
Great skiing by Eriksson and Smith. The connection between the duo is sensational. You'll notice that the moment the guides... Oh, no!
That is the key turn, isn't it?
That is.
He makes the gate, but he's had to shave off a lot of speed. It's 0.64. You suspect it will be more by the bottom.
It'll be critical for coaches on the course to be relaying this information back up the mountain so that athletes about to come out of the gate will know what's ahead of them.
102.76, yeah, 0.93 in the end. Off the pace, but it's another great run from Eriksson.
Cancelletto di partenza per l'austriaco Johannes Eigner e la guida Nico Abel.
Johannes Eigner of Austria and his guide Nico Habel. Well, they have been superb as usual when it comes to results. Gold in downhill and Super G, bronze in the Alpine combined, and the green light has gone from 0.16 to 0.34. Now, can they get the key turn, this blue to orange panel? Another one that gets very hot on the line. You need to be a little bit wider on the entry into that, and as you can see, it's cost them. The Italian pair who lead the way, Giacomo Bertignelli and Andrea Rivelli, are the only racers that have really got the line correct over that roller. Aigner will be in touch, 0.46 off the pace. Well, within striking distance. Marcin Delaplace and his guy Perrine Clar, the next to go. Delaplace non-finish from the downhill, then 5th and 7th. He's a bronze medalist at the World Champs back in 2022, and at the second time split, sorry, he's 1.41 off the pace.
A little low in the line coming through that top section. It's going to be important he jumps off that ski to navigate around this tricky gate that has got a few people out.
Oh no, and he's gone. A release.
He's had to really throw the ski down to make that turn.
That's the second time he's come out of the course in Romerlo.
Too big of a correction, really, has to stand on it. And the ski
put that much pressure through the right ski. It was just a release. You'd expect a little bit more pressure on that ski in order to release.
Really tough going out in run one on a race day. Really disappointing.
Yeah, he hasn't enjoyed Romerlo at all, has he? And the French supporters a little bit subdued for obvious reasons. So huge disappointment for Delaplace. You out of the start hut, across the valley, you can see how much the snow has melted as the temperatures have increased. Hwang Mingyu from the Republic of Korea and his guy Kim Jun-hyung next out on track. Now Hwang, just the one finish in the Super G here where he was 8th. 30 years of age, 3rd Paralympic Winter Games for him. Already a second off the pace of our leader Giacomo Bertignelli and his guide Andrea Rivelli. That goes to 2.41. Here comes the key turn, right here on that left foot. Oh, another one that runs very late.
They lose their connection as a pairing slightly. Kim doing a great job holding up the pace to bring Hwang down.
Could be one of those turns where you actually got to take speed off to get the line right, to keep your speed up through this bottom section. 1:08.94 goes 5th.
Next up, representing Austria, Michael Scheinagel and Guy Lisa.
Great shot.
Yeah, sorry, River. Hvis je så bliver rigtig fyldt.
Course hold. Repair to the blue gate. And the sliders coming in as well, trying to flatten out those ruts that are appearing on the inside of that blue gate and other gates further down the track. Michael Schnagel of Austria preparing for his challenge. His guide, Lily Sammer. Quiet before the storm. Michael Schnagel of Austria and his guide Lily Sammer out on track. Schnagel, 36 years of age, his first appearance at the Paralympic Winter Games. He made the 2022 team but didn't start both races, so a good moment for him. And his guide Lily Sammer, well, she is 16 years of age and she's already won 3 medals. She was drafted in as a late replacement for Veronica Eigner after her sister was injured just before the start of these games. Schnagel runs very wide. Sammer with 2 golds and a silver from the women's competition.
What a remarkable young guide in Sammer, preparing, doing a good job to get back on track, but that will have cost them time on the course.
There's a big rut forming on that orange gate because everyone's getting quite late in the line and having to go very hard on that ski, and it's going to prove problematic later on.
It certainly will be.
It's going to become a really big rut.
It will be the key turn of the course to make or break the top athletes.
Schnagel stops the clock, 109.85. Goes into 6th place. Just here, that's where the run is going to form, right on that orange panel. Miroslav Halas and his guide Maros Pudik of Slovakia next out on course, but they are out already. And another release.
Oh
wow, yeah, just gets pitched forward. And just as well that ski released.
Difficult snow conditions.
Well, we've had 10 races out the start hut, and we've had 3 non-finishers.
Really important in challenging conditions like this to stay over the top of the ski and balanced, because there will be a lot that is getting thrown underneath you from the changing surface as you move down the hill.
Disappointment for Harris, a 3rd DNF for him. He was 8th in the Alpine combined. Well, the message will have got to the top that there are very difficult conditions on piste. And I guess from the racer's point of view, it is be involved in the second run, because you never know what might happen.
Absolutely. It's a very simple aspect of ski racing. You've got to get to the bottom of the course.
Easier said than done, though, in these conditions.
Absolutely. Easier said than done.
There's another round waiting to go. His guide, Jeremy Svilka, is out the start gate, starting in front of him. Doesn't have to start next door to him.
Okay.
Alexander Rowan and Jeremy Svilka of Germany out on track. Rowan didn't race the downhill, but was 11th in both the Super G and the Alpine combined, the 24-year-old in his first Paralympic Winter Games. And a nice rhythm at the start of this challenge, albeit he's 2 seconds off the pace.
Dropping a little low in the line, but nice skiing by the pair. Wilkie's going to have to get a move on. Rowan is starting to encroach that distance.
And the best result on the World Cup Tour of 6th this season. The first.
Oh, he runs wide on that gate. That has tripped everybody up. That has cost him a lot of speed.
Well, that is going to be the. That's going to be the common theme of that gate, because nobody's got it right apart from Bertagnoli.
It's now the most important gate on this course.
Yeah, without a doubt. And Rowan will be involved in the second run, 1:14.23. A couple of big mistakes in there for him. He knows it. But look, there's every chance he might not have been back for run 2. So. It's really quite close, that gate, isn't it? So there's Kriz and his guide Eva Krizova from Czechia. Kriz, 30 years of age, second Paralympic Winter Games for him, 6.55 off the pace at the first split. Here comes split number 2 and up to 9.05. Best result here, a 6th place finish in the downhill. Hard on that left ski, hard on that left ski, stay hard on that. That's better.
Yes, nicely done. And that is the strategy now for racers. If you are able to execute on that gate, not only will you move through that quicker, you will not wash speed, you will maintain and hold pace down this section. That will give you a lot of advantage on the clock.
You almost can't be long enough on that left ski on that turn, can you? Because the longer you're on it, the better angle you have for the next one.
Very quick.
9th position, 1:14.95.
Per la Repubblica Popolare Cinese, Dong Yang e la guida Chen Han.
Well, those are mistakes at the top from Kriz. He's done remarkably well to be within that distance. Dong Yiheng for the People's Republic of China and his guide Ti Hang. First appearance for this pair at the Paralympic Winter Games. He's going to be racing for 14 months, made his World Cup debut in December of 2025, finished 5th in a slalom race in St. Moritz. That was his last race on the World Cup. So he's had a bit of time away from super competitive racing.
The duo doing a nice job down this course. Oh, a little wide on that gate.
So they'll stop the clock. 1:13.02 goes 8th, 10.26 off the pace. That's a nice run.
Next up for Belgium,
Pezzo dall'impianto
Next up, Maximilian Seeger of Belgium, his guide Jeremy Mesta. Seeger has raced in every race here so far. He didn't finish the downhill, 9th in the Super G, 10th in the Alpine combined, and at the second split, in touch 3.67 off the pace. Ooh. The guide needs to be avoiding the gates if he possibly can. Now, hard on the left ski, stay hard on that left ski.
Oh.
No, that's okay.
That's good.
So the guide's got himself a little out of kilter.
Oh, good job. Runs a little wide, but doesn't appear to have impacted the speed. A good spot to do it. A nice run.
And to the line they come. 7th position, 9.46. The two friends share an embrace at the bottom. Wang Xingdong from the People's Republic of China and his guide Chen Xichang. Now Wang been going pretty well in these Paralympic Winter Games. 5th in the downhill, 7th in Super G, 6th in the Alpine combined, and he's lost his guide somewhat. A good check by Chen, the guide. Oh, he does stay hard on that left ski. Oh, he's very low. He's got to really commit to that left ski turn.
That's the purpose of the giant slalom course, is to sometimes have gates that are really technical and really change the rhythm, and that is what's happening through here. Is the rhythm is a dramatic change that requires the athlete to react very quickly.
Wang stops the clock, 1:08.18, goes 5th, 5.42 off the pace. Quite a gap between 4th and 5th. Fred Warburton of Great Britain and his guide James Hannon. Now Warburton didn't finish in the Alpine combined, but was 7th in the downhill, 12th in the Super G. 31 years of age in his first Paralympic Winter Games, gets thrown into the back seat. Not sure Hannon's, the guide's seen that. Warburton is, gets pitched forward, he's in all sorts of trouble. Oh! He's made the gate, I think he's made the gate. Good recovery. And Warburton is down. And those with the orange hats on can cheer. 1:20.19 into 13th position. Lots of big mistakes at the bottom of that track. Sam Cousins of Great Britain and his guide Adam Hall next out on track. Cousins, the 19-year-old in his first Paralympic Winter Games. Very hard on that left ski. Yeah, nicely done. He's 4.3 off the pace at the last split. Now out to 8.49.
Great young from the youngster in his Paralympic Winter Games debut. Moving very nicely, the pair.
Cousins, who would probably prefer the slalom. That's a good recovery. 1:14.07, 11:31. Well done, Sam Cousins. Petar Kordic of Croatia and his guy Maria Koch next out on track. Kordic's first appearance at these games, 20 years of age, and it is his first Paralympic Winter Games. He did race giant slalom at the World Champs in 2025 in Maribor, but got disqualified. And this pair skiing much closer together than most we've seen in this competition.
Athletes in the field will have different levels of functional vision, and so they will have optimal distances that they would like the guide away from, and that is something that you will establish with the guide that you are working with.
He stops the clock at this is 1:23.29. Final pair on course, Patrick Hepmer of Czechia and his guide Miroslav Makala. First appearance for Hepmer at these Paralympic Winter Games. The 43-year-old is in his third Winter Games. 21:53 off the pace. Hepmer couple of gates from home. And 132.64 goes into 16th. So some good skiing from Hebmer and McCullough. Gets them down to the bottom of the track. They will be first out the start hut in run 2. So the positions after the first run, Giacomo Bertagnoli leads the way from Aigner and then Eriksson. It is set up nicely for run 2. Remember, they go in the reverse order, so Eriksson will have the chance to put the pressure on Aigner, who will have the chance to put the pressure on Bertagnoli. Confirmation then of the men's giant slalom vision impaired. Giacomo Bertagnoli and his guide Andrea Rivelli have the lead by nearly half a second from Johannes Aigner and Nico Herbel of Austria. Kalle Eriksson and Sierra Smith are in third. Michael Golas is within 1.5 seconds. Then there's a big gap to Wang in fifth. He is some 4 seconds off the pace of Golas. And as we go through, Hetmer will get us underway in run 2. 3 non-finishers, Simpson, De La Place and Harris. Men's giant slalom standing, run 1. And let's have a look then at the start list. We've got 41 racers running in this one with from 23 national Paralympic committees. Reigning Paralympic champion is Kivieri of Finland. The reigning world champion is Boucher of France, who is also the World Cup winner this season. As we go through all these runners and riders, once we get to past Tyler McKenzie of the United States, we go very much in fist points orders, apart from Alexei Bugayev at the end. Now, Bugayev, this is going to be an interesting one. He goes last because he's got no fist points. He hasn't raced a giant slalom since 2022, but he is certainly one to keep an eye on because he could certainly get himself in the mix for a medal.
He's been on the Paralympic podium many times in his career, including here in Milano Cortina. The conditions will be tough, being bib number 60, but you can never count him out.
1 minute.
1 minute to call for Jordan Boisson. A little smile creeps across his face because he knows what's to come. That's a good way to start your race, isn't it?
It's fantastic. He's ready to go.
Ready for the challenge ahead for the French athlete.
This is what you do it for, these moments.
The 30-second buzz. We're going to have a different Paralympic champion from 4 years ago because Kiveri not in the field. Jordan Boisson of France gets the men's giant slalom first run at the Paralympic Winter Games 2026 underway. Third Paralympic Winter Games for him. His best result at the Paralympic Winter Games was 7th in the slalom in Beijing. Now a chance to have a look at this track.
Really nice run so far from the Frenchman.
Ooh, just gets thrown into the back seat and runs late in the line. You see the skis come up on a ruck. Now there's an important turn coming up here. Got to get hard on that left ski, hard on that left ski. And
Washes pace to make it, but he's through.
goes backwards, but he's still coming down.
What's that?
And the man in his spirit,
Good recovery as he got pitched forward.
he's going to say,
Being cheered home, and he will set the time at 1:08.68. Let's have another look at this. He's done very well to stay upright. Robin Kusch of Switzerland next out on track, double gold medalist at these Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games in downhill, and Super G gets all the weight on the inside ski and somehow recovers. 0.27 seconds quicker at the first split. 1.46 quicker here, but he's got the key turn coming up. This is make or break, not this one. This combination here. Well, he doesn't panic, and
Does a
he's
good
quite
job.
soft on the edge.
Does a good job and maintains his speed coming out of that gate.
2.8 the right side of the clock for Kusch, who won the last giant slalom on Homestone Grosvenor before the Paralympic Winter Games, and we have a new leader. That's a good time. 1:04.36. 4.32 the right side of the clock.
That's a great run.
Well, we've got the big test coming up because the world champion is next up. Arthur Boucher of France, the next to go. Silver in the downhill, gold in the Alpine combined. Looking for a third medal here, up against the time of Kusch. He's 0.62 the right side of the clock, and this looks really quick. It is quick, 0.69 the green light, but how will he deal with this blue gate coming up here? Again, another doesn't panic and just accepts the fact he's going to run a little late in the line.
Yeah, really experienced skiing from Boucher.
0.45 the right side of the clock for Boucher. A lovely turn from Boucher, and the new best time is 1:04.07, but 0.29 of a second separating the top two at the moment.
Not separated by much, but you just see how much the guys are slipping and sliding through the turns. How much will the conditions have to play?
Alexis Guimond of Canada, the next to go. Hasn't performed as he would have hoped at these Paralympic Winter Games. A couple of non-finishes in the Super G and giant slalom. And he didn't participate in the Alpine combined, but is 2/3 of the way down this giant slalom challenge. More direct through there than those before him, but he still bleeds about 7/10. Be 2.16 off the pace. But having not finished two races, he'll really be keen to get to the bottom here. Sets a time of 1:06.45, goes into third. Sigh of relief for Guimond.
Definitely relief if you've had a few DNFs and you finally make it to the bottom. This course throwing everything at the athletes.
Oscar Burnham of France next out on track. Fourth in the Alpine combined, sixth in the Super G, his best results here. 3 top 7 finishes on the World Cup, but already 2.18 seconds off the pace. He's bringing quite a bit of pace in here. He's got to get hard on this left ski. And there's a big rut formed right in the middle where you wouldn't expect there to be a rut.
Burnham does a great job of navigating through that section. A really nice run.
It's going to be interesting. They get some 60s. That's going to ping them.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of airtime, I think.
108.92, 4.85 off the pace into 5th place for Oscar Burnham. Katsuta, Switzerland, and Theo Gemur in the start hut. Gemur 6th in the downhill. His 3rd Paralympic Winter Games. He took gold in giant slalom in Pyeongchang in 2018. So 1.4 off the pace at the first split. And it just looks a little bit slower than Bochet to this point. You know, the deficit grows to 2.57. Here comes this difficult blue gate. Oh, and he's throwing out the racing line. Has to get hard on the right ski to make it back, and that adds to his deficit. .407 comes and goes. Gamora will set a time of 108.13. 4th place for the Swiss racer. Jules Seger of France, the next to challenge now. Seger was 4 times 2nd and 1 time 3rd on the World Cup this season. This could be the biggest challenge to Bochet, but he seems to have lost quite a bit of time. That's the surprise for Seger to be 2 seconds off the pace given his World Cup form.
2nd in the World Cup overall GS standings. Just struggling a little bit with that line through this section. Each moment where there is a line, where you're offline, I should say, and it does cost time.
Well, he was 1.1 seconds off the pace after only 15 seconds, so that would suggest there was quite a big error early on, and he's never really recovered from it. Seger will go for 2.55, within striking distance of Simon, but I think he would want to have been a bit closer. Emmerich Sierro of Switzerland, the next to go, the 19-year-old, first Paralympic Winter Games, but he's taken part in 3 races, didn't compete in the downhill, all 3 races. He was 16th in downhill, 15th in Super-G and 9th in Alpine combined. And at the split, he's 2.92 off the pace.
Holding a nice line, Sierra, through these sections, and just gets onto the inside ski, does a good job of navigating around that difficult gate.
3.77 off the pace now. As he gets into that aerodynamic position, trying to punch a hole in the air with those hands. Trying to keep the chest out of the wind as much as possible. And Sierra goes 5.30 off the pace. Luca Palla of Italy out on track, 40 years of age, first Paralympic Winter Games. And he's gone 11th in downhill, 12th in Super-G, 6th in Alpine combined, and doing a fairly decent job here, 2.54 off the pace, 7th position on the hill through there.
Pala skiing with a lot of intent. You can see him really pushing, and does well to get around that.
Just. He was carrying a lot of pace into that, and he's paid the price.
Tifosi, personalité,
104.07 won't be beaten. He is right on the edge. Goes 4.83 off the pace. Well, he's not alone in making the mistake. Federico Pellizzari, fresh off his silver medal in the Alpine combined, the 25-year-old in his second Paralympic Winter Games, fourth in giant slalom 4 years ago. And he applies some pressure to Bochet. 1.38 off the pace, good enough for third position.
Skiing really nicely through this section.
Oh, he's coming in hot.
Oh, that is very stressful. Does a great job.
And still running in third place. Got to be within 2.38 seconds of Bochet's time to go into third after the first run. 104.07, 236. He squeezes in by 0.02 of a second. He was coming in super hot, wasn't he? Good skiing. Nico Bajanschitz of Austria, the next to race. The 29-year-old in his third Paralympic Winter Games. His best result was 9th in the giant slalom back in Beijing, and he matched that with a 9th place in the Super G earlier on. I paused because we're coming to the key turn and we just want to see how he goes through that gate.
Nicely navigated by the Austrian.
So here he goes, coming to the line, and he will stop the clock at 109.18, goes 10th. Next out, it's Davide Bendotti of Italy.
Oh, gets caught. Oh.
Well, this is going to be very difficult for...
No, he will be a did not finish.
Yeah, for one skiers, it's going to be very hard, these conditions.
The ruts can be very treacherous.
Okay.
Yeah, catches the rigger on the inside of the gate.
I'm not sure, is it worse to be an athlete or family or friend member watching?
I think family and friend watching is my personal opinion. You have no control, whereas as the athlete performing, you feel like you're in control of your destiny, even though there are lots of things that can happen outside of your control.
Well, that's huge disappointment for Bendotti. Well, next up, it's Thomas Goscha of Austria. Might just pose a threat to those at the top of the leaderboard. Thomas Goscha of Austria, next out on track, was 8th in the Super G, 3rd in the Alpine combined. It's his 4th Paralympic Winter Games. And he has a little bit of form in giant slalom, so let's see if he can get close to the top of the leaderboard. Oh no, he goes down in almost exactly the same spot.
Oh, the disappointment.
He doesn't seem to be happy with something.
Super combined. Take a look back at what happens. It's
Oh, it's just
almost a carbon copy.
the ski never took. Christoph Glotzner of Germany, the next to go. Now, Glotzner, his second race here, Milano Cortina, didn't finish the Alpine combined in his second Paralympic Winter Games. He was a non-starter in the giant slalom in Beijing, got disqualified in the slalom. So looking to get to the bottom of the run for the first time in the Paralympic Winter Games. 0.74 off the pace, and he's full attack mode.
This is great aggressive skiing from Glotzner.
.33.01. First bid 1.68. Well, let's have a look and see how he deals with this turn. This is the first one-legged skier we've seen come into there.
Oh, he's having such a great run. Dropped low, stomped on it to try and make the gate. There's just no way of getting around that. Dropped so low and then, yeah, did everything to try and make it.
Thing is, you can almost see it coming because they're carrying so much pace. It's just, there's so many things going on in that turn. There's the rut that seems to be in the middle of the piece going across that somehow appeared. There's that, and then there's just the angle you come in, and for Glotzner, who skis on his left leg, it's actually the easier way for him to turn. If you're skiing on your right leg, that's going to be really, I mean, it's hard turn anyway. It's going to be even harder if you're skiing on a right leg.
So many things that are needing to be processed by the athletes and coming at you so quickly because of the speed that they're traveling at. This course just is throwing every aspect at the athletes.
So they're putting salt on the track here, and what they're trying to do is just absorb the moisture from the snow.
Trying to firm up that surface. We are only at bib 33 of 96 starters. There are still a lot of races to come through this track. Courseworkers doing an incredible job at trying to maintain the piste in these warm conditions.
Well, we've just had 3 one-legged skiers come out of the start hut, and all 3 have not finished.
Perfect timing, Jesse. Okay. Start copy. Course clear. 34 in the gate. Blaze it down, Keith! Come on, Jess. 30 seconds.
Jesse Keefe of the United States, the next to challenge.
Let's go, Jesse. Fire it up. Pipe it in there. You got this. Attack, attack. Let's go, bud. Come on. Come on, Jesse. Up, up, up. Let's go.
Jesse Keefe of the United States of America out on track. Bib number 34. 10th in the downhill, 14th in the Super G. Didn't finish the Alpine combined. And at the first split is 1.44 off the pace of Arthur Boucher, who leads the way.
In the start hut, the coach's advice was to attack, attack, and lay it down, and Keith is doing that through this section.
Trying to make that turn as early as possible. 3.39 off the pace, but here comes the money turn. This one here. And he does pretty well.
Nice calm skiing, just allows it to happen and changes the edge set and moves through that. Really nicely navigated.
O'Shea's time 1:04.07. He's not close to that, but where's he going to slide in? 1:09.96 goes 12. He'll be back for run 2. Koike Bakuta of Japan, the next to go. 43 years of age. And Paralympic Winter Games veteran. Having first appeared in 2006.
Oh. Washes pace, but makes it around.
15th in downhill, 16th in Super G, 10th in the Alpine combined.
You can post it, I don't mind. Oh, what's wrong?
Okay, 1:11.82 goes 13th. Patrick Halgren in the United States of America, silver medalist in the Super G. And 3.37 off the pace. Halgren. Going to have a very good...
Oh, no!
This goes down. Well, in his usual cheery self. As I said, that's the turn. It's hard for a right-legged skier. Manuel Rachbauer of Austria, the next to challenge. Rachbauer, 2 DNFs in downhill and alpine combined, 19th in the Super G. Rachbauer probably prefers his slalom in terms of he's had his best results in slalom. .67 off the pace. Inside of the finish. That's the clock of 1:12.77 goes 14th. Markus Nilsen Grasto of Norway, next out on track. 24-year-old in his second Paralympic Winter Games. Didn't race the Alpine combined, but raced the speed disciplines, was 18th in the downhill, 17th in the Super G. Picked up an 11th place. Giant Slalom at the World Champs. Grasto, 8.94 place, 1:13.01, 15th position for him. Markus Salka of Austria, the next to challenge. And Salka was a silver medalist in downhill and Super G in 2022, but didn't race the downhill and was 8th in the Super G. Milano Cortina. He was on the podium in the speed events in Pyeongchang. So the time would be 1:04.07. And 1:10.01 for Salka of Austria.
Forward, bud. Move, let's go.
Spencer Wood of the United States of America. Third Paralympic Winter Games for him. 8th in the Alpine combined.
Oh no!
And he's gone down
Lost the ski.
through the netting. Does its job. And there'll be a course hold.
Sounds like he is okay.
Oh, you can see the big bump. We might well have a flag here. There's Roger Puig-Davy out on track. And 2.75 off the pace at the first slip.
There will be a yellow flag.
There
it is. Yeah. The netting has been damaged, so that will need to be fixed.
So Puig-Davy will go back up the top and he will race again. Oh, that's so frustrating for him. But yeah, had to be done, didn't it? Because Wood.
Safety is of utmost importance, and with this netting being damaged from wood coming through it, it needs to be in an appropriate place.
But just remind me, the netting is supposed to give way like that because it's absorbing the energy of the fall, isn't it?
That's right. There are the 3 layers of netting, and each of them are designed to encapsulate the athlete and dramatically drop or decelerate the speed that the body is coming into those netting, and so that's why it looks like a spider's web capturing the athlete. It's doing its job, and there are the 3 different layers. Depending on the speed the athlete will hit the netting will depend on how many layers of that netting they will go into. So the netting has done exactly what it is designed to do for wood.
Well, it is the French supporters that are in fine voice. They've got what? They've got 3 racers in the top 7, 4 in the top 9.
An incredibly strong French team, particularly in the male standing category. Plenty of fans in the stands supporting them.
All round, it's Jules Serge. Wood down okay.
An opportunity whilst they fix the netting is also to do coursework, and here we see Puig-Davy being taken up to the start, and that is to minimise the impact of the delay. He will need to run at the as quickly as possible. As soon as he gets to the top, he is afforded the opportunity to jump into the start gate. But of course, if he was to go down to the bottom and jump on the chairlift, that is a very long way to get back to the top, and timely in a racing environment.
It's just popped up on my screen that a rerun has been granted.
Excellent.
It's very generous of them.
That is very kind.
The Dutch supporters here, they'll be they're waiting for the sit skiers, De Langen and Kamscher. More salt required. Tiring work. The lift opened at 6:20 this morning. A number of these course workers would have been up there for coming on for 4 hours.
They're doing an incredible job.
And we're probably going to be going through till 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a long day.
It is a long day. Lots of races yet to come.
Well, Dolomites looking spectacular. And let's remind ourselves of where we are in the men's giant slalom standing. Boucher leads the way from Couche. Pellizzari of Italy in third. Then it's Guimond. You can see Cousin-Bochet almost in a little battle of their own, 0.29. But then there's three, Seger, Guimond and Pellizzari, all within, what, 0.2 of a second, vying for that third place. And you would expect the medals to come from those top five.
We still have Bugayev at the very end of that start list in the men's standing. And of course, with a run this difficult, it only takes one mistake and that running order could completely be shaken up.
And let's not forget, they also go in reverse order, so the track won't be as smooth as it was for them in run one. Had 5 non-finishers. And as you can see, look how much snow is building up on the, or just to the edge of the racing line.
Really important for the runners about to head out of that start gate is to stay on that race line. The moment you drift that little bit too wide and get caught in that soft stuff, it is very problematic. Makes life very difficult. The key mindset for the athlete is to remember that you can only control what you're putting out on the mountain. Whatever is going on around you with other races, crashes, restarts, close margins between runners, focus on what you need to do to get yourself down the mountain as quickly as possible.
So the crowd at the bottom keeping themselves entertained. I love the effort that everyone's gone to in terms of getting the sort of fan club together.
It's fabulous. Great vibes at the bottom of the hill.
Let's sing together, guys.
So look at all that snow that's being dragged off. I wonder if they're trying to, the other area would be that little dip on that left-footed turn from that blue gate to the red gate in Romerlo.
Course workers will have been able to see that the trend of the races is to drift low, because that is a very difficult turn that requires quick release of the skis, and so they will try and do work on that section of the course, knowing that athletes are likely to drop wide and low on that gate.
Well, the Niels de Lange fan club. Niels de Lange going in the sit skiing race.
Well, thank you so much. Who knew there were so many good voices out there?
And the Haiti flag for the first time at the Paralympic Winter Games. We have Ralph Etienne going with bib number 59. Debut for Haiti at the Paralympic Winter Games. A while to wait till he races.
USA! Yeah, these guys know how to party.
La gara riprenderà a breve. La classifica degli comando.
Australians in the background. Team Chuka. Can you help?
No, I don't know what that means.
You're not. Be interesting to know.
I'll investigate.
You'll investigate.
I'll report back.
The Argentinians waiting for Enrique Plante to do his challenge in the sitting race. And you can see the course workers. That's the gate, isn't it? In Romerlo. They're trying to get rid of the bump that's sort of around there.
Yeah, look at all that snow coming off the course workers' skis. There is a lot of soft snow. I hope someone gives all those course workers a present or something for the incredible job they're doing.
Let's go, T-Mac. Come on, fire it up. Active, move, bud, move. Up, let's go.
Tyler McKenzie of the United States of America next out on track. He's had 2 DNFs in the downhill and the Alpine combined, 21st in the Super G. A first Paralympic Winter Games for the 34-year-old. And at the first time split, 2.5 off the pace. Now for McKenzie, the double-edged sword for the pause, I guess, because he wanted to get going, but he will have reaped the benefit from the course workers' work.
After a coursework delay, you were absolutely standing up there knowing that you were getting the best conditions of any of the races that are to come after you, so the delay is worth it.
Now let's have a look at this ski turn across from Merlot. Here it comes now. It's still a little bump there, but
much better.
7:03 off the pace for McKenzie.
Final few bits, and let's welcome McKenzie.
McKenzie brings it home in a time of 1:12.94. Goes into 16th position. Li Biao for the People's Republic of China in his second Paralympic Winter Games. Was racing speed in Beijing, but incorporating the tech here as well. So that little bump on that left ski turn looks like a compression. It doesn't look like it's a hole. It looks like a sort of natural compression. Okay, Li Biao, couple of gates from home. As he's going to slide into proceedings. 18th position, 9.91 off the pace. Yang Gong from the Republic of China, 27 years of age. Second Paralympic Winter Games for him. Skied slalom and super combined in 2022. And Yan, 19th in the downhill, 11th in Alpine combined. Now, yeah, does well there. Spends a long time on that left edge to make sure the gate.
Great turns from Yang.
Well, he will be the first racer, first LW2 racer to the bottom of the hill. And he stops the clock, 1:18.33. Now that is brutal. So Michael Milton of Australia, who is due out bib 45, is a non-starter. So we go to bib 46 and Thomas Vaverka.
Oh, Vaverka drops very low and does a great job to save that.
43-year-old in his first race here for Paralympic Winter Games.
You can hear the audio of Vaverka. Every one of these races is putting in so much effort and hard work to get down this run. It's tough out there.
Vaverka, 13.14 off the pace. Arvid Skoglund of Sweden next out on track. Didn't race in the downhill. Was a non-finisher in the Super G and the Alpine combined. 7.79 off the pace. Coming into the final turns. 104.07 to Boucher. Scotland 115.02 goes 19th. Uli Rotash of Switzerland, the next to challenge, the 23-year-old. First Paralympic Winter Games for him. A second race for him. 26th from the Super G. Didn't race downhill or Alpine combined. 10.96 off the pace. Of intermediate two. Here comes the money turn. Stay on that left ski. Not carrying as much pace as some before him, so slightly easier for him. But look at how that ski is moving around as he tries to make that right-footed turn. He's starting to drift outside the racing line.
Got back into the final 4 games next.
For the line, 1:23.05, 22nd place for him. Sun Hongsheng from the People's Republic of China. Second Paralympic Winter Games for Sun. Who misses the gate, yeah. He was just coming in too hot. Disappointment for Sun. Very difficult. 4 races in the LW5 7-1 class.
Out of the competition, but still with us here, so big round of applause for Sun.
Sun Hongsheng with the DNF. Nikki O'Hearn from the United States of America. O'Hearn just skiing in the giant slalom here. 24-year-old in his first Paralympic Winter Games. He's achieving his ultimate goal of skiing for the US Paralympic ski team. It just makes it back for the orange gate. O'Hearn into the final part of the challenge. The 24-year-old, couple of gates from home. And he'll be back for run 2. O'Hearn stops the clock, 1:29.88. Adam Hall of New Zealand. 5th Paralympic Winter Games for Hall. Gold medal in the slalom in 2010-2018. 3rd in the slalom 4 years ago, as well as the combined.
Great run from Hall, experienced campaigner, 5th Games, slalom specialist, but incredible at GS as well.
His wife represented the United States of America in 2006 and 2010 at the Paralympic Winter Games. Hall into 20th position. Bernd Marius Rørsted of Norway, the 28-year-old in his 3rd start here in Cortina d'Ampezzo, 17th in the downhill, 20th in the Super G. Good turns. Rørsted tops the clock at 1:12.46, 15th position for him. Martin Kupka of Slovakia, the next to go. Kupka raced in Whistler in 2010. Here in Milano Cortina 2026, he's a non-finisher in the downhill, 24th in Super G, 15th in Alpine combined. Negotiates that very difficult gate.
7 already going out of the competition.
Kupka
Shows you how hard it is to get
off the clock at 1:18.04, goes into 23rd position.
23esimo posto per lo slovacco. Gara il serbo
Luka Bilka of Serbia out on track. First appearance, what is his first Paralympic Winter Games. 35 years of age, raced up until 2018, then he took a break from 2018 to 2024 and has been racing on the 5th circuit since his return.
Does a good job.
Just makes it, gaining his first podiums this season.
Doing a good job with some recoveries there. These conditions are tough.
navigating.
Bilka into the finishing pitch, and he stops the clock at 1:36.65, 27th position. Dominic Allen of Great Britain next on course, just 16 years of age, the youngest member of the Paralympic GB team. Lived in Switzerland for 7 years, only received his classification in November of 2025, but he's already won a slalom in his first national championship in Slovakia, and he's laying down a pretty decent time here, is Allen, as he stops the clock 1:20.66, goes into 25th place.
Star of the future.
Maxim Heliuta of Ukraine, the next to go, 22 years of age, first at Paralympic Winter Games. Scored his first FIS podium in February 2026 in the run-up to these Paralympic Winter Games. 12.48 off the pace at the second intermediate. 18.69 off the pace at the final intermediate. Heliuta.
Vogliamo con un applauso l'ucraino Maxim.
Sign of the finish will stop the clock at 1:28.30. 27th position for Heliuta of Ukraine. Bedoyatov of Uzbekistan out on track, the 21-year-old, first Paralympic Winter Games for him. In fact, it's his first major championship. The only male athlete representing Uzbekistan.
Coming through.
So, Bedoyatov will stop the clock. 1:32.12. So bib 41, Roger Puig-Davy of Andorra, getting his rerun after he was flagged on the entry into Romerlo after Wood had gone down before him. So he's caught his breath and opts to go now, and 2.22 off the pace at the first split. Puig-Davy 5th in the downhill, 11th in the Super G, the Paralympic Winter Games for the 28-year-old. So he made it to here, didn't he, when he got flagged? So he's got to do 2 runs. He's actually doing 2.5.
Nice skiing on the top section of the course. Oh, he gets off balance, but manages to make it around that gate. That will have washed speed.
Oh, good core strength, though, to put himself back from that.
Into the drop down we go.
So Pre-Davi stops the clock at 1:12.25, goes into 15th position. Son Putzak Buyambadoj of Mongolia next out on track. The Mongolian, 24 years of age, his second Paralympic Winter Games. Tech disciplines only for him. And he's the only Mongolian skier here. He took the sport up in 2016 in Korea. Had a podium in a fifth race in Dubai, of all places.
Ah, the indoor ski venue.
Yeah. Buyambadoj, 24.38 off the pace. Making sure of these final turns. And Buyambadoj stops the clock at 1:36.72. 32nd position for him. Ralph Etienne from Haiti next out on track. Haiti making their debut at the Paralympic Winter Games, and Etienne is the first and only Winter Paralympian from Haiti. Benefited from funding support from the IPC Sport for Mobility programme over the last 12 months to help qualify for the Games. He works in London, in the city, as a banker, but he's been doing a lot of good. He founded Rebuilding Haiti after Hurricane Matthew and raised a lot of money for the rebuilding of schools and for food and infrastructure. And he's going to be the second LW2 racer to get to the bottom if he can negotiate these final couple of gates.
He's doing a great job.
Ralph Etienne. Oh, almost goes down 3 from home, stays upright. 1:37.33, 33rd position for Etienne of Haiti. Alexei Bugayev of the Russian Federation, the next to go. Bronze medalist in the downhill, 4th in the Super G. Let's see how he goes. Oh, almost gets caught down the inside. He's 9/10 off the pace. We said this is one to watch out for. Oh, that's a brilliant line through there. He was the highest of anybody, and he carries good speed onto this bottom section. Bugayev, 1.43 off the pace, looking to go into 3rd position if he can.
This is a great run, absolutely nailing the line.
Bugayev, 1:04.07, goes 3rd, 1:64 off the pace. Great run in difficult conditions for the Russian.
Particularly impressive considering he was bib number 60 and those at the top of the schedule were bib number in the 30s.
20.
20 even.
So the men's giant slalom standing has finished, and here are the results at the halfway point. Bochet of France leads the way by 0.29 of a second from Kush. Bugayev in attendance to pick up on any mistake from the top two, but he'll have to try and defend from Pelletsari in 4th and Guimond in 5th. Serge is in 6th place. He is, 9/10 of a second off the pace of Bugayev, and those 6 are clear of Gumer by a couple of seconds, who is in 7th. 34 of the racers, 34 of the 41 got to the bottom, with one non-starter in Michael Milton of Australia. Men's giant slalom sitting, the first of 2 runs. And let's have a look at the start list. And we have 37 athletes from 24 national Paralympic committees. Jesper Pedersen going at 2 is the reigning Paralympic giant slalom champion. Di Silvestro, who will be 4th out the gate, he is the current world champion. And De Langen, who will be 6th out the gate, won the Giant Slalom World Cup by 6 points from Bras de Gand, who goes with bib number 71. Orlando Perez of Puerto Rico will wrap things up in this men's sitting giant slalom first leg. So a pause in proceedings as the course workers do their thing. So Kurt Oatway will get us underway. And some warm spring sunshine bathing the start hut. Well, Kurtway, he's had the first bib, I think now in every race, hasn't he? Certainly the last 2, and he's skied out early in the Super G because he got the line wrong into the top of Delta in the Super G leg of the Alpine combined, and he skied out in Delta in the Super G itself, having taken a bronze in the downhill. Both of those from bib number 1.
It's his lucky campaign, getting the first bib. You know, as the first runner, you have the best conditions because the course workers have been hard at work.
Yeah, they're trying to fill in a hole here, aren't they, by the looks of things?
It's hard work, it's t-shirt weather.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty thankless task. It's a bit like the 4th rail bridge. Once you finish, you got to start again at the other end. You just keep going. Swedish fans enjoying themselves in the finish area. Elijah Primack will be 3rd from the end. Italian supporters for Di Silvestro in this race. Well, we are getting ready for the first run of the men's giant slalom sitting. 2 runs in giant slalom in the second run, due to get underway at lunchtime in Italy. So we're what, an hour and a half into this, so they'll be racing at about sort of 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They're going to be very, very difficult conditions by that stage as it warms up through the day. Currently air temperature at the bottom up to 5 degrees. I have to say it looks a little warmer than that. That, of course, taken in the shade, so in the sunshine, it's going to be a lot warmer. So a good meteorologist should know. You always measure temperature in the shade. Oatway waits.
The ski big count is hammered. 5, 4, 3.
Kurt Otway of Canada out on track as he gets the men's giant slalom sitting race underway. Bronze medal in the downhill. Didn't finish the Super G or the Alpine combined. Let's have a look at this pattern of gates and the difficulties that it poses the men in the sit skis. Otway doing a good job. Oh, that's a great turn to get himself back online.
Moving really nicely through this section.
First opportunity to see this very difficult left or right edge turn coming up on this blue gate here.
Oh, yes, does a great job.
Well, that's the compression we thought might give some air, but Otway has done a good job to keep that ski in contact with the snow.
This is a nice run from Otway.
And then sitting has given us some of the closest racing at these Paralympic Winter Games. Oh, Otway! No!
Oh, no! Oh!
2 gates from home. He's still in the course. He can come across. He will make the second run. If he makes the blue gate, but he opts not to. Oh, Kurt Otway's a non-finisher once again.
Oh, that's so tough.
Jesper Pedersen of Norway, the reigning Paralympic giant slalom champion. First in the downhill, second in the Super G. Missed out on the podium in the Alpine combined. Some good turns from Pedersen, who looks quick. How's he going to deal with this? Oh, he gets early, makes a big turn, doesn't he?
Ski is likely to get bumped around a little bit with these ruts. Pedersen doing a great job.
We'll have to wait and see how this time stacks up. Concentration needed right to the very end. He almost goes down on that third last gate, 107.78 for Jesper Pedersen. Looks like we've got ourselves another key turn, that third one from home for the sit skiers.
Really difficult with the heaviness of the sit ski. It will mean the ruts will dig that little bit deeper as these men's sit ski class progresses through the big numbers.
Rising sun on the right shoulder of Mori Taiki of Japan. He's just being held while some coursework is done. Mori, 45 years of age, made his Paralympic Winter debut 24 years ago in Salt Lake City. Mori Taiki of Japan, next on course. The Japanese athlete, 4 times a silver medalist in giant slalom. Can he find a way to the top step of the podium? It's a really competitive field, this men's sitting category, and already Mori is over a second off the pace of Pedersen, the reigning Paralympic champion.
Mori, a really experienced Paralympic campaigner, will have raced in tough conditions like this many times. So we'll have the skill sets to navigate through these conditions.
Still proving tricky that turn for the sit skiers. But it's also the third gate from home that has caused a couple of issues. Here it comes now. This is the third gate from home right here.
Oh! Catches a rigger on the gate.
2.89. Well, we've had 3 races down and all 3 have had difficulty on that gate. Gets it right there, doesn't get it right there, but does a good recovery.
And trying to avoid that rut, that big deep rut forming. Just hasn't got the rigger out of the way in time.
Italy in the start out. Rennie Di Silvestro, 4th in the downhill, 4th in the Super G. He got himself on the podium with a silver in the Alpine combined. A silver medalist 4 years ago.
Oh, he hooks the gate but keeps it upright.
Oh, it's absolutely motoring, Di Silvestro. I just wonder whether or not he's lost some speed. Let's see. Here comes the money turn here. Oh, that is a quick time. 2.22 seconds faster than Pedersen.
What a run.
Well, it does well not to get catapulted out with catching that rigger. Niels de Langen of Netherlands out on track. 2nd in the downhill, 3rd in the Alpine combined. De Langen on the hunt for more medals, and he was the best giant slalom skier on the World Cup this year.
Washes a lot of pace trying to make that gate.
The 0.47 is very much in touch. We've seen a number of the athletes make big mistakes. It doesn't seem to affect the time. He's still got this key blue gate to negotiate. Oh, they made it look easy. The 0.84, it does cost him at the bottom. Pedersen hasn't got that air of invincibility that he had 4 years ago.
He's full of some absolute big dogs when it comes to the city.
Andrew Kirker, the United States of America, 2 DNFs, downhill and Alpine combined, 3rd in the Super G, and 1.62 off the pace at the first split. Kirker now 2.93 off the pace at the second. 3rd Paralympic Winter Games. He's picked up 3 medals. 2 in 2018.
And he is out. He has missed that gate.
So it's disappointing for Kirker.
Take a look at
Comes in hot, runs low. Yeah.
just went the wrong side of that gate, couldn't quite get by.
Jeroen Kamscher of the Netherlands, 1st in the Super G, gold also in the Alpine combined when he, after a DNF in the first event, the downhill. He was the first Dutch athlete to win a Paralympic medal of any colour in Alpine skiing. In Pyeongchang, he won gold in the Super combined in 2018, silver in 2022.
Kamscher is motoring down this run. Great skiing.
Also the first Dutch para skier to win a world title when he won the Super combined in 2017. What a turn that was.
Beautifully navigated and carries that speed down this final pitch. This is going to be quick.
Right.
Oh no!
He's always on the edge, I'm afraid. I was just about to say he skis on the edge and he gets a release. He was 0.63 the right side of the clock. And he's gone down. A second DNF for the Dutch athlete. Well, he's all or nothing. And on this occasion, I'm afraid it's a nothing.
That was such a great run.
He was skiing. That was a fantastic turn on that difficult gate. Let's hope he's okay, because that was a pretty high-speed crash. Oh, it was just a release. It was hot. It's not like there was any.
No.
It just releases as he goes in on that.
That's so unfortunate.
Oh, it's hugely disappointing for De Lange. And as I say, hopefully he's okay. Kamscher, sorry. He looks like he's okay. Fortunately, the ski, he landed the rig on the ski, and then it sort of separated because those edges are really sharp and can do some real damage, can't they? What's that little thing they're putting on the back of the binding? Is that so it doesn't release? Well, that's a real shame. Not only for Kamscher, but for the race, because there would have been a real tight tussle at the top of the podium, and it
could be broken.
Now, I don't think the fans can see Kamscher.
But he's okay.
Yeah, well, hopefully they'll be beamed on the big screen. Just trying to sort that binding out. But it was a strange release because there was no sort of pressure going through the ski.
It looked like every other turn he'd done on that mountain. Really, really disappointing for Kamscher.
Well said. Let's have a look at Di Silvestro, because he was really quick, wasn't he? Some lovely skiing for him. There were a couple of mistakes in there, but he still sets the quickest time. Well, the fan club with their yellow hats on will be very happy with the way things have gone. I'm just looking at.
There we go, Kamscher.
Yeah, just looking at those left to race in terms of their fist points. And New Pradegard, I guess, of France, who was second in the standings behind De Lange. Well, Kamscher being warmly welcomed in the finish area, but back to the top we go. And our next racer in the start hut here is Liang Zilu from the People's Republic of China. There he is, waiting for the one to come across the start gate, which it does now, and forward he comes. Seven races have been, only 4 have got to the bottom. We had a high attrition rate in the Super G, didn't we, in the men's sitting? Liang Zilu from the People's Republic of China on course, the 25-year-old. 7th in the downhill, 9th in the Super G, 7th in the Alpine combined. Was a bronze medalist in this discipline 4 years ago, and it's a really good start from Liang. 0.29 the right side of the clock. Can he keep the challenge going? Better turns here. There seem to be. Oh
Oh, he's still up. He's in.
Still up. But of all the places to make a mistake, there's a little bit of a pitch there for him to get back up to speed.
He's definitely dropped quite a lot of pace. That will compound throughout the remainder of this course.
That's a 2 point.
Oh no, he's gone down in the same spot.
Skis come off again.
It must be a rush or something. Something about that gate. It's a bit earlier than Campshire.
What happens here? It sort of not jumps into it, but sort of there's a little bit of air, isn't there? And then as they comes down, it just gives way up.
Doesn't appear to be much in that.
I'm assuming the din setting is going to be ratcheted right up, isn't it? The din setting being the number on the binding that strengthens or decreases the strength of the spring that keeps the binding in place.
They're very high for racers because of the amount of force and pressure going through that ski.
What did you race on?
Oh, goodness.
Do you remember?
I can't. Very high.
As high as you can. Just keep turning it clockwise until it doesn't go anymore.
It's terrible. I can't remember. It's a long time ago. I left that to the ski technician.
Okay.
That was their
Well, look, they're working on this corner that's picked out the bronze medalist from 4 years ago, and also one of the pre-race favourites in Campshire. Another force hold. So a couple of big names out the running. And we are running at 50% finish rate here. We've had 8 starters, 4 finishers, 4 DNFs. Nico is Nicola Biscuit Hudson. Nico Biscuit Hudson of Chile out of the start hut. And his results this year in the World Cup, 10th, 9th, 7th and 4th. So he's been getting progressively better. He was a non-finisher in the downhill, 8th in the Super G, 9th in the Alpine Combined, and 0.38 off the pace at the first split. Put him 4th on the hill. So good opening turns by the athlete from Chile, who looks a little late in the line here. Quite a bit of turning going on after the gate. Let's see what it reflects on the clock. Loses 11 hundredths in that middle sector.
We'll need to bring that line up higher if he's to navigate through this challenging turn coming out of Romello here.
Yeah. A little late on that left edge turn. That's a 2.11 now. A couple of gates from home. Here comes this tricky blue. And he gets home in 4th place, 3.30 off the pace. Next up, it is Corey Peters of New Zealand. Peters in his 4th Paralympic Winter Games, downhill champion in Beijing, silver medalist in Super G and silver medalist in giant slalom in 2014.
Nice run here from Peters. Navigates this section beautifully.
Now has his line, found him some time. Well, he's lost just 18 hundredths of a second from intermediate 2 to intermediate 3. Good enough for 4th. Has to be within 2.22 seconds of our leader Di Silvestro to get into 3rd place after run 1. 1:05.56. Here comes Peters, and he's going to slide into 4th. 3:08 off the pace. Decent run from the Kiwi. Verdegand of France, the next to go. Verdegand with the 3 podium.
Oh, he's down.
And another one of the favourites is out. And that's a face of disappointment.
Thankfully looks to be okay, but it is hard to get up when you're in that soft stuff.
It's just a line error, isn't it? And then it's just...
Oh, look how soft that is.
There's just no
purchase.
Yeah, no purchase. Well, that's it. Is disappointing for the race as he leaves the field of play. Well, that opens up the field for those to come to get a really high finish as we wait for next racer, bib number 72, Suzuki Takeshi. Suzuki Takeshi of Japan out on track, a bronze medalist in this event in 2010.
Oh, good save.
Was the slalom champion in 2014 and 3rd in the downhill in Sochi. Was world champion in giant slalom way back in 2009. 0.76 off the pace at the first split. How's he going on the second? He looks very late in the line, very late indeed. And 1.37 seconds off the pace now for Takeshi Suzuki. Good job of subtly changing the line there, but he, again, running low.
Very calm in his correction, showing his experience.
Suzuki. 1:08.44 goes into 4th place. Within striking distance of the podium. Magnus Belchen of Norway next out on track. The Norwegian, 26 years of age. Was 5th in the slalom at the World Champs in 2025. Best result in the World Cup this year, 5th in Vesuna. In the final giant slalom before the Paralympic Winter Games. 1.65 the gap at the second split.
It's a nice run from Belchen.
1/6 off the pace. We'll stop the clock at 1:10:07. Next out the start hut, Enrique Plante of Argentina. Plante had 2 DNFs in the downhill and the Super G, but a 13th place finish in the Alpine Combined gave his energetic fans something to cheer about at the bottom, and he might give them something to cheer about right now, because at the moment he's running at 3rd on the mountain. So this is a great run from the Argentinian. Who then scrubs all the pace off, and at this split, that's cost him. He's still in 3rd though, but you just get the feeling that maybe he's taken some pace off. Plante. Oh no!
Oh!
Running in 3rd place, he was about to throw the cat amongst the pigeons.
That's the second sit skier that's caught the rigger on that gate. Oh.
That would have been a superb run. Pascal Christen of Switzerland next to go. Christen, 33 years of age. Didn't finish the downhill, didn't finish the Alpine Combined. 10th in the Super G. He was 9th in the Giant Slalom 4 years ago. That was his best result in Beijing.
Little line correction there. Squashed a bit of speed. You can see how chattery and how much the athletes are getting thrown around from this surface. It is tough.
Christen coming into the final few turns. And he will stop the clock. 1:10:77, 9th place for Christen. Victor Pirel of France next to challenge. Now Pirel is down to do the Alpine Combined, but ended up being a non-starter. This is his first appearance at the Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games. Best discipline is slalom. He was 2nd at the World Champs in 2022, and all his podiums have come in slalom.
This is a nice run from Pirel.
10th place, 10.03 off the pace. Josh Hanlon of Australia, the next to challenge, a 28-year-old in his 2nd Paralympic Winter Games. After 2 DNFs in the downhill Super G, he got a 12th place finish in the Alpine Combined.
Drops low and required to make a hard turn, washing off some pace through that challenging gate.
We are, however, happy to report that Bruce has been found, the emu.
Bruce is back in his rightful place in front of Team Australia.
Of the Australian part of the athletes' village, and Hanlon 7:05 into 10th place. Ravi Drugan of the United States of America, the 35-year-old, in his 2nd Paralympic Winter Games. His best finish in Beijing was 10th. Well, he beat that in his opening race here in Cortina d'Ampezzo when he was 8th in the downhill. Finished it up with a 13th place finish in Super G and 11th in the Alpine combined. America now, last couple of gates. 10th, 5.93 off pace, 1.1149. Robert Enigal of the United States, the next to go. Second Paralympic Winter Games for the 42-year-old that took up the sport in 2015.
Oh, another hooked gate.
That's in the entry to Romerlo.
These athletes are racing such closely to the edge. They want the tightest line possible, then have to throw their arm forward to bring that rigor around the outside of that gate, and it is just 5 centimeters one way, 5 centimeters the other. You could hook it or not.
I'm good. I suck.
Brian Rowland of Canada, the next to go. Now Rowland was a non-finisher in the downhill and the Super G. Second Paralympic Winter Games. A couple of top 10s on the World Cup this season. Best of 9th. See that difficult turn in Romerlo on the traverse.
Ooh, getting thrown around. Great job. Just see how much that ski is chattering away through this bottom section.
Rowland for the line. Stops the clock at 1:20.13. 13th position for him. Bib 81, Li Xiang from the People's Republic of China. And Li, 28 years of age, second Paralympic Winter Games for him. His best result 4 years ago was 4th in the slalom, just missing out on the podium. And take one off the pace at the first split. The second split coming after this blue gates. 37.31 up to just over 3 seconds now. Lee making sure of these lower turns, getting himself back for run 2.
Oh!
Still in. Good recovery. Lost all his pace though.
Great job to get back up to some pace on that flatter section after coming to a stop.
1:18.3, 13th position for Lee. Chen Liang. He's out, I'm afraid, of the early turns. Oh, got his line wrong.
Oh.
So Matthew Brew will be next up, but we'll have to repair that gate before he can go. Matthew Brewer waiting. Yeah, just got the line wrong, didn't he, Chen?
30 seconds. Let's go, Brew. Active skiing, you got this, bud. Touch the groove and arc it. Let's go. Let's go, Brewer. Come on. Confident. You got it. Up, up, up.
Matt Brewer, the United States of America, next on track, the 50-year-old who was 16th in the Super G, didn't finish the Alpine combined. Second Paralympic Winter Game for the American. Former snowboard competitor, 1.37 off the pace at the first split.
Some nice turns through this opening sections of the course. Just a little late now. .33 the gap. It's 12th place on the mountain. Gets low in the line. Big correction. Comes back still in the gates. It's a great correction.
Here comes Brewer then, a couple of gates from home. We'll stop the clock at 1:13.03, goes into 12th place, 7.47 seconds off the pace. Time Speck Snyder of the Netherlands, the next to challenge Speck Snyder. His 4th race at his first Paralympic Winter Games. 10th in downhill, 17th in the Super G. He's a non-finisher in the Alpine combined. Part of a very strong Dutch sitting ski squad. And Speck Snyder bringing it home. Just 1:12.39, 11th place for him. Jene Slivnik of Slovenia next to go. 3rd Paralympic Winter Games for him. He raced Tech in 2018 and in 2022. For the best finish of 12th in the slalom in 2018. One appearance here in the Super G when he was 18. Slivnik accelerates the rig through the final few turns. 10th place for the Slovenian. Good run. Christoph Damas of Switzerland next out on track, the 23-year-old. Racing all disciplines here. He was a non-finisher in the downhill, 19th in Super G, 15th in Alpine combined. Young man just starting out on his career.
Damas doing a great job. Really holding a nice line through these difficult sections.
Nice work from Damas.
Well, 1:15.57.
Dino Sokolovic of Croatia next out on track. Now Sokolovic, 37 years of age, 4th Paralympic Winter Games. He missed Beijing. He won slalom gold in 2018. He then retired from the sport and is back. And that gold is Croatia's only gold medal in Paralympic Games history.
Wow, it's remarkable.
6.49 off the pace at this final split. Sokolovic down in 1:15.19. 15th place for him.
Let's go, Bamber. Fire it up. Up, up, up.
Desmond Bamber of the United States of America. 5th Paralympic Winter Games for the 46-year-old. Former handball player for the United States of America. He was the first Winter Paralympian for Serbia in 2010, then switched nationalities to the United States. And this is his first appearance here at the Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games.
Oh, and Bamber goes down.
Disappointing for Bamber in his first race here in Milano Cortina. Just couldn't get that ski arcing. Back to the top we go. Javier Marcos Artiega of Spain is on track. Now, Marcos Artiega, 29 years of age, first Paralympic Winter Games for him, and his first race here in Milano Cortina 2026. First split. Using 2.42 off the pace. Now, Marcos Artiega applying his trade in 5th races this season. Had 4 World Cup starts in the last season, all of them in giant slalom, with a best of 13th in San Moritz. Marcos Artiega, 6.46 off the pace. Now coming to these difficult right edge turns. That's very low in the line, but carrying the right amount of speed to allow him to make the correction.
Yeah, good job navigating through there.
And that's the problem, Morisitsky, if he's straight outside your...
Oh, no!
I think he's okay. It's a big face plant.
Oh, that's, yeah. I hope he's okay.
Oh, disappointment for his fans that he hasn't come over the finish line, but I'll now be just hoping that he's okay. So, it's being tended to having Marcos Artiega. Oh, the French have bought themselves a picnic. Oh, very difficult for friends and family. the effort that's been put in to get him to this stage in his first Paralympic Winter Games. He was so close to getting to the bottom. Down to race the slalom as well, Marcus Artiega.
There's nothing enjoyable about going down in a crash as an athlete, for many reasons.
And that's a lot of relief on his supporters' faces that he's up by himself. It was a big sort of whiplash bang of the head, wasn't it? It seemed to go onto the forearm, and of course he then got that plastic part of the rigger around the forearm as well.
Thank you very much
It's a heavy fall.
the team on the mountain, the medical staff, the course maintenance guys as well, but mostly to you guys up in the stands and by the side of the piste, your energy and your enthusiasm.
But he's got a smile on his face, that's the most important thing.
Cortina 2026, as he makes his way down, let's put our hands together for Javier
Marcus Artiega.
Il prontissimo intervento dell'equipe medica. L'applauso è per
He's into the finish area. And most importantly for friends and family, there's a big smile on his face.
It's really great to see.
Yeah, you can see it's a big bang. I think that's the plastic on the rigger. Sebastian Rigby of Austria on track. The 27-year-old started racing 2 years ago on the 5th circuit. Took his first win this season. And at the first split, Rigby finds himself 2.74 off the pace. Rigby picking his way down through this difficult section, coming into the entry of Romerlo, 6.61 off the pace. Now, can he get the line right? Here, just gets bounced a little bit.
Doing a really good job.
Oh, what a recovery. What a recovery that was.
These athletes are getting thrown around so much by these difficult conditions. Rigby doing a great job.
Stops the clock at 1:19:35, 19th position for Rigby. We enjoyed that by the looks of things. Leon Genset of Germany, the next to challenge with bib number 91, 21 years of age. And he's coming to the first split, 1.86 off the pace. His first appearance of these games, and he'll have one more in the slalom. Oh. And he is down and out, I'm afraid. Disappointment for the youngster. Six remain of the 37 that started. Had 11 non-finishers. Jeremy Jardin of Belgium, the next to go, the 37-year-old in his first Paralympic Winter Games, made his World Cup debut at the end of January of 2026 in Meribel. and got his first World Cup finish in Vesena just before these Paralympic Winter Games when he finished 9th in a giant slalom race there.
Nice turns through this section.
Jardin coming across the traverse now. Good job in his first outing. Paralympic Winter Games!
He's still in.
Oh.
Is he?
For a horrible moment there, you thought that the shovel of the ski was going to catch. If he can make the blue gate, he'll be all right. He can't make the blue gate, can he?
But it did not finish.
So disappointment for Jardin. As I say, it looked like the shovel was going to hit the snow, and that would have been... It's this turn again, isn't it? Oh, that could have been a really bad face plant.
Really throwing him forward, wasn't it?
Petr Drahos of Czechia, the next in the start huts. The 39-year-old in his second Paralympic Winter Games. Only raced the technical disciplines of giant slalom and slalom in Beijing 4 years ago. Expanded his races here in 2026. He didn't race downhill, but was a non-finisher in the Super G and a 50th place in the Alpine Combined.
Gets thrown sideways there, the tail of the ski, but does a good job to correct.
.48 off the pace at the first split. Drahos now finds himself 6.95 off the pace. 20th position on the hill. And the last handful of sit skiers leaving the star hat when the racer in front has finished. It's getting very bumpy on that left edge turn, isn't it? Drahos into this finishing pitch. Where is he going to slide into the standings? He stops the clock at 1:20.97, goes into 21st position. Lee Hwan-kyung from the Republic of Korea, the next to go. He celebrated his 53rd birthday here in Milano Cortina 2026. He raced in 2002, 2006 and 2010. This is his first Paralympic Winter Games since Vancouver.
Oh, really getting bounced around. He's doing a great job.
He's running the wider line to avoid all those ruts.
Oh no!
Another one who catches the rigger.
He's trying to get back up and into the race course.
Yeah, he's still in, isn't he?
Oh, ow.
Well, he's been put as a DNF. He was still going, was he not?
Looked like the official was.
Elijah Primak of Sweden, next out on track. Primak, 23 years of age. First Paralympic Winter Games for him. had 2 FIS races in the 24-25 season, 17 in the 25-26 season, with 6 podiums.
Oh, good recovery there.
First race at the Milano Cortina 2026 Paralympic Winter Games for Premac. (34.23), 6.2, wrong side of the clock. Oh, he's got his line all wrong. Gets his line all wrong on the entry into Romerlo, and he's gone down.
Take a look here. Just trying to...
Yeah, had to take emergency procedures to get out of the way.
Anya, please let me know when the course is clear.
Adam Bording Nebo of Denmark awaits the nod from the starting official.
A long morning for these final starters. 95 races have gone before them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Adam Bording Nebo of Denmark out on track, the 25-year-old in his second Paralympic Winter Games. Just raced the slalom in Beijing in 2022 and he was disqualified. So there'll be a little bit of added incentive to make the bottom and the second run of this men's giant slalom in Milano Cortina 2026 at the Paralympic Winter Games. It just takes all the pace off with that error.
So very difficult for these late runners. Just so many races have been through this course, have taken similar lines, have created ruts. There is so much for them to contend with down these gates.
Yeah, a lot of work for the course workers to do in between runs 1 and 2. There's Nebo. Continues on his way.
Some really nice turns through this part of the course.
This is the turn where they're all getting bounced and going down. And the same fate happens to Nebo. That is, with how many sit skiers have gone down on that corner in this race? 5?
5 or so at least.
Oh, disappointment for the Danish fans. And it's another wait for our final athlete of the first run in the men's giant slalom. Bib number 97. It's been a difficult morning for all involved. Course is clear, and we are almost ready to go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Orlando Perez from Puerto Rico on track, the only athlete from Puerto Rico here, as he was in Beijing. He played wheelchair basketball for Puerto Rico and retired in 2017 and took up skiing. He went to Beijing but almost didn't compete due to a clerical error, but the Paralympic Committee came to his rescue and he did race, and he's back for a second time. Team Puerto Rico, as he calls himself on his Instagram. And 7.3 off the pace. For him at the first split.
Quite a...
Gets pitched forward, good recovery.
Perez taking a wider line, which is risky because you do end up in some of the soft stuff that has been pushed off the racing line. Nice recovery.
Into Romerlo. And that's quite a line. That error really scrubbed his speed off. He's still got this tricky left edge turn to take. Comes here as they come towards the netting on the right-hand side of the pit. Oh, look at the ruts in there. Brutal for the sit skiers, but Perez doing a good job. And Perez being roared home by those in the finish area. He crosses the line, 22nd place for Orlando Perez, in a run that had a high degree of erosion. "15 of the 37 not getting to the bottom, but joy for the Puerto Rican fans. Confirmation then of the men's giant slalom sitting first run. René Di Silvestro. Confirmation of the men's giant slalom sitting after run one. René Di Silvestro of Italy leads the way from Niels de Langen of the Netherlands. Jesper Pedersen, the reigning champion, in third. Suzuki Takeshi of Japan in fourth, with Peters in fifth. But Di Silvestro and de Langen look to be in a two-way battle for the gold medal. But of course, as we've seen, plenty of things can happen, because as I mentioned, 37 racers started this men's giant slalom sitting race. Only 22 have finished. Some big casualty names in there, the likes of Votway, Kirker, Kramscher and Pradegand. Plante of Argentina, who was going really nicely when he came to grief just 3 gates from home. Well, that concludes the first run of the men's giant slalom. That was tough, wasn't it? Difficult conditions.
Difficult conditions, some great racing, but also some tough DNFs.
And a lot of work to set up this second run, which is due off pretty shortly. I suspect that we might be a little later in starting, but we'll get confirmation of that later on. But second run due in 90 minutes, and they've got to set up the course, clear all the soft snow off. But they've been working tirelessly and really quickly, and they will do their utmost to get us underway on time. So tough morning for the men in the first run of their giant slalom race, but the first run of 2 has been completed, and they will be back a little later on for run 2 when the racers go in their reverse finishing order in the second run as we decide where the next 3 gold medals will go.